let's get paid, right? You got to track the commissions. And we've touched on this in other episodes before, but let's dive a bit deeper on your process, Brandon, because you're the commissions guy. You like to track to make sure we get paid. You do a really good job in doing it. And I think this is an aspect a lot of brokers are missing in their business. And it doesn't take too long to actually go through and reconcile each pay stub that you get in from your brokerage.
Yeah, exactly. I've found over 15K this year alone in missing commissions by doing this. So I think it's super important for people to do. And it's very simple. What I do is the same spreadsheet that shows the deals that are in and what's funded. Once it's funded, it gets put to a to be paid column and it tracks what I think we should be paid. So let's say it's 110 basis points plus a 20 basis point promo. I'll put that in a little note tab. And then when the payroll comes out, I reconcile that to make sure it's lined up. So in a lot of cases, we were getting 50 basis on things and then like a later 25 basis point bonus. And I noticed that that bonus wasn't being paid out. And so I was able to flag that and get that paid for Tom and myself, but I was also able to draw the attention to that for four other agents on the team who then also got this money. So
That's
if
right. I
it
remember that.
wasn't pointed out, then that money would be gone, right? And you can't go back years later and say, hey, you didn't pay me on this. It has to be timely for these requests. So I just reconcile it each time we get paid. If there's an issue, I immediately flag it so that the lender, the BDM or BRM knows and they can handle it on their side.
Have you ever tried any system through CRMs that automatically track what you're supposed to be paid?
So I dislike automation for a lot of that stuff because I feel like you set it and you forget it, which is a blessing for automation, but it's also a curse because you miss seeing some of the nuance of actually going through and saying, okay, well,
Yeah.
this was supposed to be 50, but instead it's 37. Why is that? Or the bonus wasn't paid on the full amount. Why is that? And automation would just plug that in. It wouldn't necessarily flag that. I'm sure there is ones that flag it, but I prefer to have this kind of hands-on approach because really at the end of the day, we need this money to grow our business, to feed our families, to build wealth. And that's why we do this. We don't do this for love. It's for money at the end of the day. And I think that if you can't spend 5 to 15 minutes reconciling a couple numbers, you know,
Oh, 100%. And that was kind of a trick question because I knew the answer to that. But I think CRMs are great for a lot of things. But when it comes to tracking your pay, I think just forget about it using a CRM. Do it yourself. Two good reasons, as an example, is like, let's say there's a volume bonus, like a 30-day volume bonus on top of your volume bonus, a special with the lender. Your CRM is not going to be able to track how much you're supposed to earn on that. And a second example is, let's say you're submitting to one of the big banks and you have a HELOC component with that. Say it's a 500K total limit, mortgage amount of 200K, but the HELOC is 300K. It's going to think that you're getting paid more. So those are two reasons right there. And I'm sure there's more that we can go over, but we'll leave it at that.
exactly. I just find like by the time you fuck around with all the little like tweaking and nuance on these CRMs, it's just faster and more efficient to just use the spreadsheet. And it's a lot cleaner when it comes time to do your taxes if your accountant has a question on a specific file.